So I just fired the entire ammo load the helicopter carries, which I think is 96 rockets. And I was increasing the collective, so the helicopter was gaining in altitude as I was firing. Because I wanted to create a pattern that's a band pattern that creeps forward like that. So let's see what happens. You can see here I have the you can see that's the first salvo. See as the salvos go up inside. Let's look at the trajectory. So the first ones are probably going to hit short, and I think salvo 2 or 3 is going to hit the targets. And I've prepared the practice targets, which looks similar to how a conflict base might look in a conflict game in this area. Okay, the first one's going to the water. Second here, third row, and I think those are going to creep over there. See here, hit here, and the next row basically went over the targets and hit the wall up here. Okay, so now I planned for this demonstration for it to hit directly and show the devastation of the rockets. But I think I'll leave this in the video so you can see that if you have a narrow miss like that and you come in at the flat trajectory, it can actually happen that you miss most of your targets like that. So let's try this again. Okay, now for this next attempt, I'm going to fire the salvos as fast as I can while keeping it on the target while flying forward. Okay, let's get close. That's the building I can use for aiming. Keep going, keep going. See if this leads to a better hit. Okay, now you can see here. It still comes in at the flat trajectory, which means the gaps between the salvos, if you come to the flat trajectory, can mean a lot of meters missed in between. So this one went in here, then something hit here, and that's where the fragments hit those guys. And this guy's actually dead. The animation just didn't stop playing it. So yeah, the fragments came in from this side. Let's see how this one plays out. You can see here the vehicle is damaged. Some of the crewmen inside got knocked down. Oh, some of them are even dead. And this shows you the power of this weapon system in the game. I think it's going to be pretty exciting how the MI8 and to a lesser extent the Huey is going to change the game, the battlefield in the game, because you have an extreme amount of firepower, and it's extremely laser accurate. And I think it's a great thing, because I made a video a short time ago where I was concerned about the developers perhaps making the MI8 rocket pods less accurate because it shoots more rockets, which would be gamey. But I think they're not doing that. And some players may say it's too laser, but you have to consider here this weapon system. It fires 57mm rockets. And those rockets, they're built to hit something at 3 or 4 kilometers. And in this game, the draw distance in most combat matches is about 1.5, maybe 2 kilometers. So I was started shooting and I was here. It's something that's about 1 kilometer away. So those things are supposed to be accurate when you shoot it from here to shooting way behind Montagnac. And I'm actually excited about that, about a weapon this powerful and this accurate being in the game, and then letting players try to counter it or try to survive or avoiding it. And I think it's also, I like to make a prediction, I think it's going to create a new type of role for players, which is anti-aircraft gunner. So I think some players will dedicate themselves to getting a Jeep with a machine gun, or 50 cal, or PKM on the Russian side, and park themselves in areas where most of the flight paths are for helicopters to irritate or perhaps even shoot down a helicopter that's coming in for a rocket run like that. So say, for example, if you're protecting Levy and the other side comes in from here, you would probably have a machine gun Jeep somewhere here, just waiting in the area, waiting for helicopters to come in. Because it's the first time in this game where helicopters actually are going to be dangerous. Because the machine guns they added, at first I thought they were super exciting because they kept shooting into bases like that. And it was pretty cinematic. But the problem was that they're not really that dangerous. They only can hit stationary targets. because I think there's no compensation for the helicopter moving and the gunner not being able to compensate for the movement, which I think they should add, because in real life, the hand-eye coordination of a gun on a helicopter would probably be able to anticipate and counter the helicopter movement to keep the gun steady on the target. But that's for another video. So this video, I just wanted to demonstrate you how powerful this weapon system can be. And I'll make another video where I'm going to show something about the ground-related gameplay related to helicopter rearming.